weeks. Kentucky at South Carolina at LSU.
And we've seen Ole Miss face a Kentucky team a couple of years ago in a sold out. They striped out the vault. It was a huge crowd, 11 a.m. And, you know, that 11 a.m. slot has been kind of formulated by the Big Ten off of Fox by being the number one game out of Fox's noon college football show. You know, back in the day, the 11 a.m. game was the Jefferson Pilot game on Raycom. Right. And it was the game that everyone kind of laughed at. Now it's one of the preeminent games in college football. So that 11 a.m. game is going to be one in which it's going to be 11 a.m. again this year with Kentucky coming in. And, you know, we saw Mark Stoops kind of get some play during the offseason, really 2 years ago, about some different job openings. And he's been in Kentucky this entire time. I don't know how good Kentucky's going to be this year. Frank, they lost a lot from last year. But we'll see how good they are. But it'll be a nice test for Ole Miss. But, yeah, that on the road at South Carolina, I've been pretty adamant about that. It's going to be anywhere from a 5 o'clock to an 8 o'clock Eastern tip.
And that's a hard place to play at night.
You know, even when Lou Holtz, before Lou Holtz got there, they were 0-11. And even when they were 0-11, they played Clemson, and they ended up losing, but they sold out the stadium. They sold out season tickets even when they didn't win a game. So South Carolina and Williams-Brice Stadium is going to be a wild environment. Ole Miss is going to be the team now that's going to have a bullseye on its back in South Carolina. And, you know, Shane Beamer is a coach that he's got a lot to prove this year, Frank. Last year, 5-7. That's not going to get it in Columbia. You know, that's a couple of seasons.
I think he's on the hot seat.
I do too. I think he along with Billy Napier, are two coaches, and then Sam Pittman at Arkansas. Those are three teams that Ole Miss is facing, and coaches kind of have their backs against the wall.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this three-game stretch, and we've already talked about LSU. I think if Ole Miss gets out of that, if they come out of that undefeated, you know, they've done their job.